should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium and Athens. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Yellow Jackets offense will start this game off with the football. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Left side is Addison. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he's brought down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. So Georgia's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And there's Chauncey Bowens. What a game he had last time out. Found Bader 3 times just under 100 yards in their win. They'll leave it with the lone back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Sells to fake. Buys time to his left. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. On the ground, it's Phillips. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Ramblin' Wreck the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech was a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the right. It's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Keeps it on the ground. Defense all over him.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Running inside. It's Hosley. Just smothered on the play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Finds his tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They booted away on 4th down. Trying to make one miss. Makes a move. Special team. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Keeps it, looking for the edge. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Right at the line. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. trying to take it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Looking for room. It's Phillips. Turning it on. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Dogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run him again. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Push is ahead. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And that's a nice run by the running back. And I tell you what, man, these rivalry games, a lot of times they're decided by who can run the football, who can exert their will, be more physical, because there's so much emotion that goes into it. And going back to last.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Off play action. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On target over the middle. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. First down, he'll keep it. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Offense in a split backfield. Pulls it again on the option. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to...
Gets away from one, finds some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Hosley. Gain right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught near the sideline, it's Allen. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for space, it's Hosley. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the...
He wants to take the top off. Upstairs to make the catch. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Trying to run, it's Hosley. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Hits inside, it's Hosley. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off.
Fourth down here, it's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Looking for a man, it's Mendoza. Under pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Yeah, that's just a play the quarterback can't make. Fourth down by the goal line. That ball's got to find its way in the end zone somehow, some way. You simply cannot take a sack. I know it's difficult. The defense is bearing down on you, but you've got to be able to negotiate that throw and at least give somebody a chance in the end zone.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete to the right. It's a running room. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they have got to tackle better on the back end.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Looking for a crease. It's Bowen. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On play action. Flush to the left. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
As a quarterback, it's no fun playing against 3-4 defenses when they can get pass rushes from the interior of their defensive line. How can you complete throws against this defense if you can't step up into the pocket?
He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He'll pull it down and run. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Got to make the play on 4th. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's down immediately, but they convert on 4th down and keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
They'll run it. It's Bowens. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Dogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Hey guys, down here on the Georgia Tech sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Caught. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry up. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Takes the handoff. It's Bowens. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Down here on the Yellow Jackets sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient and they have got to get more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Yellow Jackets spend their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On the move, he fires. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Uh-oh, look out. Breaks into the open. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with a big lead. They're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might as well give it to him again. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Yellow Jackets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, here to start the third quarter, Georgia Tech fans are going crazy on the sideline. You remember the last couple of years, this has gone down to the final quarter, some of the last plays of the game, including that epic overtime. Georgia keeps winning in this rivalry matchup, but right now, all of the momentum is on the Georgia Tech sideline. We'll see if they can continue to build and continue to dominate on the field here to start the third.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to pass. Release to the back. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Third and long right here. Making the adjustment on the play. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Fires to the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got it, looking for a first. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man, knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
Makes one man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this second and short. A designed run for the quarterback. Turning it on. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on second and short.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Sees a crease. Might have a chance. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sign.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 10. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Bulldog.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. You got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Quick give. It's Hosley. They put the brakes on it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Right side, it's Addison. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Long way to go on second down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David. He's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throws to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. They'll run the screen. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires deep on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with a big lead. They're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Changing the routes with his receivers. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Bowens. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. From the gun, looking for a man. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. There he goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. From the gun, it's Bowen. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Rush right in his face. And he gets it away.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It is perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. As they put the finishing touches on this victory in the season finale, let's take a look at what's in store for championship week. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the outside. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Yellow Jackets, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Wants to throw one first. Rushes on. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Caught over the middle. It's Harris. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. Pass to 6. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
2nd and long here. from the gun. Fires to the middle. Couldn't set his feet.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on first down. Out wide right, it's Addison. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Just feeds the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They'll move the wide receiver. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards plays.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Working the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
On the run, it's Bowens. He's going to try to finish this one off with another score. And that is how we will wrap this one up. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.